Social distance. Social distance now. Barizeno tena, Happy New Year. I didn't hear any response. Happy New Year. I'm sure that's more comfortable than saying wipe kazi bila lazi.
I told you these tongue twisters are for me. It's okay. So this is Madam Kavindu, who we are presenting as our candidate for the Machakos Senate seat.
Chairperson, never. Does she look like the obvious winner?
Yes! Yes! Hapana mbaya. Sahi ni wiper. Wiper. Bas. Wiper. Thank you, ma'am. Kwa mama.
Na pia naamini siwezi pinga dada yangu ambao pia ni squatter kwa sababu ana shamba, ana nyumba. Sitaki mimi Kalembe kujulikana na support squatter mmoja ambao alitoka kule jela. Nikasema hata squatter mama nitamsupport mpaka dakika mwisho.
This was a strategic decision, and we are all ready to go flat out and ensure that this candidate wins. Because a win for her is a win for the party, and is a win for the people of Machakos, and is a win for the people of Kenya who want clean leadership in this country. So nobody should take it. I know very many people, and the reason why I'm taking a little longer to speak is that because everybody expected that I was a natural choice. Yes, it is true. And I must admit that my decision is voluntary. I have not been coerced by anybody. Yes. It is extremely voluntary. We agreed that as a family we can consult ahead of 2022 so that we make a few. I'm also coordinating BBI in Lower Eastern. That should also be taken into account.
My name is Agnes Kavindu Muthama, a nominee of Wiper Democratic Movement, Kenya for Machakos County senatorial seat. And with a deep sense of duty and high resolve, I accept this nomination with a lot of gratitude and humility. I am so honored and most grateful and thankful by the overwhelming show of confidence and trust among others.
What has guided this party's nomination of this candidate is purely our own qualifications as a leader who has demonstrated high leadership capabilities, and she just happens to share a name with other people, and we wish them well. We have no problem. This must be made very clear. She's not running for the first time. You have heard from her that she's running a second time, only that this time on a Wiper Democratic Movement ticket. We are a movement that believes we are going to form the next government. And I just feel short of telling you, members of the media, you can take that to the bank. I'll tell you that at an appropriate time. He's a hustler, and others are hustlers. But if you know where Saikuru is, and where some of us have come from, by the grace of God, we are here, I can tell you, not because of who we are or what having chosen, but this is a matter of God's grace. And we are going to complete this journey, God willing, in a manner that will leave this country peaceful, united, determined, that if you see a leader like Agnes here, you don't go and undermine them, and I have a lot of respect for people called touts, makanga. A lot of respect, because these are hustlers. But you must look at quality. A leader who goes out there and looks at somebody like Agnes and you want to cut her to size, so that you end up with people, yes men and yes women. You give them 100,000 shillings for the weekend, they go worshipping you. We have to change this narrative. We have to change this narrative. I have no doubt that Agnes is going to be the next senator of Machakos County. Yes. We will go all out, and I'm calling on all the leaders to take this as their responsibility. Kina mama wote ambao wanajua tunawajali. Kina mama kama wale ambao jana Mheshimiwa Kamene had a team of 150 women in Mutituni. Kina mama hawa tunawaleteeni mama mwenzenu. Mjue kwamba mahali mama yupo watoto hawezi kulala njaa. We are a movement that believes in human empowerment, in women empowerment, real time. So when an opportunity like this arises, minus those other corrupting thoughts that you may want to entertain, and I think I dealt with that from the word go, lift the veil and see a leader. Mama ambaye anajua najali kina mama wenzake. Chama ambacho sisi wenyewe kwa upande wetu tunawakaribisha kina mama wanaopenda nchi hii ili watafute tikiti ya Wiper in preparation for next year's election. We are not talking about 20 na vijana vile vile. We are not talking about 2022 anymore. We are talking about elections next year. So we are not leaving anything to chance. And we thank Jubilee because they have said they will not also now put a candidate in Machakos. And we are going to work very closely. You heard me say, I'll work with my brothers, Musalia Mudavadi, Wetangula in the area of Kapuchei in Bungoma, and also Matungu in Kakamega. So let us accept who we are. And let us accept this concept of winner takes all. Do you know, even as Jubilee have this wrestling between them, who doesn't know that President Uhuru Kenyatta got 50% of the government, William Ruto got 50% of the government, and everybody, to the exclusion of everybody else. At least afadhali Uhuru aliangalia kidogo kidogo, anatupa kama anatupea Wavinya pale, anatupea wengine hapa na pale. Even before that, he took his 50% as a national leader. Lakini mwenzake alifanya nini? Angalia, look at the structure of government. And you'll be amazed. In effect, as these people prepare to come to Kambani, we are going to ask very hard questions. Tangu zamani, from 1963, when this country became independent, you used to have at least 2 cabinet ministers from that community. And this is not to Kabila. This is the reality of the situation. Therefore, community interests. In fact, one of the mandates of IBC talks about when they come to do the delineation of constituency boundaries, one of the guiding principles is community interest. You realize there are minorities living in some of these areas, and that is very important as we deepen our gains under devolution. So I see nothing wrong. In fact, President Uhuru Kenyatta literally debunked the myth about some of these candidates. And you want to hide behind some call to confuse Kenyans so that your community can continue sitting on everybody else. Already you are sitting on everybody. You want now to complete the picture. We shall speak these truths. These truths are important.